Hi, it's Lady J again. And yes, I'm back talking about relationship works. Today, I want to talk about how do you maintain and build a relationship with a friend or family member who is in a bad situation. A bad situation, whether it be a relationship with a, a spouse, a boyfriend, a husband, a bad situation in general. How do you stay friends or stay in a good place with this family member if you, being the outsider, can see that they're in a bad situation and may need to step outside the box and take a look at themselves and the situation they're in? You're really close to this person and you see that they're going down the wrong path, and you want to offer them your advice. You want to tell them that this is wrong for them and you think they could do better. You could see them doing bigger and greater things. But as we all know, it's always easier said than done. I've personally been in situations where I've known it was bad for me. I know that I could do better. But when you're in a certain situation, it's never as easy to move away or move out of that situation as it is for someone looking in who's not in that position. You know, so this is where you learn to um, build and maintain your relationship with this person, because you're going to walk a very thin line and being careful what you say or what you do. And you want to remind them of a couple of things. You want to remind them that you believe in them. You want to remind them that they're a good person. You want to remind them that they're a good friend or they're a good family member, whether it be a sister or a good daughter. You just want to remember to motivate them. You want to also remind them that in this life, they need to set high expectations for themselves. You have high expectation of this person, otherwise they wouldn't be your friend. But the fact of the matter is that you want them to realize that, they need to set high expectations for themselves and their lives. And so you want to be supportive, and you want to remind this person also that they need to trust God in everything that they do. Most of the time, when people are in relationships, they're usually very scared. They're scared to be alone. They're scared because maybe they have kids and they don't want to be alone with their kids. They're scared to leave a relationship because of financial reasons. If they left this person, this man or this woman, that financially they would not be able to be okay by themselves, you know, and that being the case, you still need to again remind them that, in everything you have to trust God. You know, if you have to walk away from a situation and downgrade, whether it be downgrade your house, downgrade your car, or not spend as much, you need to do what you need to do and trust God that He's going to get you through this. It's easier said than done. I know. I have been there. But when people tend to stay in bad situations and bad relationships, thinking that it's for the better good, for whether it's be yourself or for your kids, it never is. The long and short of it is, it usually negatively affects you. It usually negatively affects the kids. And in the long term, you still end up breaking up, but never not on a better term as you would have if you had planned it and walked away or separated when you were ready. Usually what happens is people stay in a bad relationship or a bad situation, and it ends when they're not ready, and that leaves them very desperate and in a bad or even worse situation. Again, it's all about setting high expectations for yourself, want more for yourself, you know, and a big part of getting through bad situations and through bad relationships is you have to have a support system. And when you think about support system, you think about family, having people who you could turn to. You want to have good friends who you could go out with and talk and maybe have a drink or an appetizer with, to take up that time where you'd be sitting at home, um, stressed about it, thinking about it, and you want to just stay positive. Um, you want to put in place a support system where and things that will keep you occupied, keep you happy, and keep your mental state in a good place. Otherwise, you could really get very low, especially for females. Females have a tendency to stress and let everything bother them. But I'm here to tell you that if you're in a relationship that's a bad relationship, or you're in a bad situation, you may not want to come out of it now, but you need to start thinking that you need to set yourself up and put your things in order to make that move, because sooner or later it will end. You just want to make sure it ends on your terms. We'll be talking again soon.